Hey there bosses, welcome to today's video. I'm super excited to do this video because in this video we're going to be talking about getting writing clients, because without clients you don't have a business, and in order for you to get those clients you have to find them. And one of the questions that I find that people struggle with a lot, like overwhelmingly a lot, is how do I find clients? I don't know where to find clients. So we'll be talking about that in this video. Hey there, if you're new to my channel, my name is Nontra, and on this channel we talk about freelance business and how you can use that to create more freedom and family time. If that sounds like your cup of tea, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Right. So I really wanted to talk about this because it's something that comes up quite a bit, is client acquisition. How do I find clients? And thankfully I've been doing freelance business for about 3 years now, so I can tell you so much about how I have found clients. I even have a video on how to find your first freelance clients. But I wanted to talk about, how if you're starting out today, like how can you go out there and find clients, right? And I just say this, that if you want to find clients, put yourself out there. Nobody's going to come and find you in your little room, in your little house, in the corner of the world and say, here's my money, take it and, become a freelance writer, or become somebody that does work for me. You need to put yourself out there. So you always need to be thinking, what are some of the ways I can be putting myself out there? And there's several ways that you can be putting yourself out there. You can be putting yourself out there on LinkedIn. You can be putting yourself out there on YouTube. You can be putting yourself out there through your blog, through, Upwork, through so many channels where you could be putting yourself out there and start showing up there. Recently I had somebody contact me through my LinkedIn profile wanting me to do some freelance work. Why was that? That was because on my LinkedIn profile I have freelance healthcare writer, ghostwriter, content strategist. I have that there, and then in the description I have exactly who I serve and what I can do. And so anybody who is able to find my LinkedIn profile through a search will see that I can provide them these services, and if there is some synergy there, they can reach out to me. Your blog is another place where people can find you. If you want to be a freelance writer, show me what you've written. Alright, I talk about building proof quite a bit, and there's so many ways for you to build proof. If you don't have money to start a blog, start writing on medium.com, start writing on Tumblr, start writing somewhere. Even if you don't have all the money in the world, start writing somewhere so that people can see your work. And then if you want, for instance, if you want to, let's say, write for people in the tech industry, what do you know about the tech industry? Start educating yourself on those topics. Read industry publications. Get acquainted with what is going on in the industry so that you can talk intelligently about the industry. So that perhaps on your LinkedIn profile, you can be sharing more about, what you do. So that's another way. Your blog is another way. So I talked about LinkedIn, I talked about your blog. Another way you can find clients is for you to go to in-person meetups within your city. I actually have found a recurring client, really good, well-paying client, faithful client who has been with me for, I want to say, the past 4 or 5 months, who I found through a meetup right here in San Diego. I went to a meetup, I was there listening to everybody speak. She spoke about a need that she had, and I reached out to her after the meeting. Was like, hey, I'm a writer and I can help you, and we took it off from there. So, find in-person meetups, and sometimes you're probably thinking, oh gee, but there are no in-person meetups. I'm sure they are. Go to meetup.com and find meetups to go to. They're free events. There's some events that are maybe $20 or $10. You can pay for those and go to those so that you can start networking with people. Another way to put yourself out there is when you go to these in-person meetups, because you network, and so this is where networking comes in, because you network and people ask, hey, so what do you do? They now know, oh, she's a writer. So So if there are people that they know that need a writer, because you have introduced yourself to them as a writer, you come to mind, you're top of mind. So if somebody says they need a writer, they immediately know who to refer them to. So I want you to think about really putting yourself out there in the world. We'll talk more in depth about different platforms, right? I'm going to be doing some in-depth videos, and let me know in the comments below which platforms that you would like to learn about, because even if I don't know about it, I can find somebody who knows about it and we can put out content about that, okay? And so the biggest thing I want you to take away from this video is put yourself out there, show up in the world. And if you're able to show up in the world, you're going to start getting more clients than you can actually handle. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button.